I'm going to create a short video for you to see a few hints and tips on how to do lab number 4, investigating lunar phases. Okay, I'm going to skip down. As you can see, I have Stellarium up on this side of the screen, and here's the lab itself. First question is basically your predictions, what you think might be true about moon phases. And then you get down to actually recording some information. So the first one, question 2, is we're going to determine, trying to answer this question A, is the moon ever above the horizon during daytime? But we're going to try to characterize the nature of how much it's in the sky during the day versus night. So let's see, it tells us what to do. Go to Stellarium. Here we are. Okay, I'm going to do a little setup and get rid of this sidebar. We don't need it. And it looks like we're going to be setting up for Chandler. So you go to the lower corner here, click that, and tell it Chandler AZ. Hit return, and it says, oh, you mean Chandler, and say yes. Please use that location. Good. Next up, it says in the lower right corner, set the date and time to be noon on 2020, March 4th. That's easy. We click this lower corner here. Boom. And let's bring it down to 2020, up to 03, and down to 04. We're not done. Need to also make sure we set it to noon. So that's easy. Whoops. Noon and a bunch of zeros. And it's almost there. But we're just going to go over. I'm going to take it back down and pause it. I don't know if you know you can do that, but then you don't have to mess with time ticking away for you. Okay? All right, so what do we need to do next? It says, to go to the search field at the top, that's way up here, click there and type in MOON, spells moon. There we go. And you see it centers the display on where the moon is, and it gives you some information, kind of a data window about the moon. Okay, this is good. So for 10 different observations, including this one, we're going to go see where the moon is and say, is it up in the sky at noon? Let's go see. Well, we already know our time is noon on 2023-4. That's the first date. And it looks like it's below the horizon. See, it's right here. Now, we can do a couple of things to make sure we believe that. We can get rid of the kind of the blue sky from the atmosphere. We'll get rid of the atmosphere. Ooh, look at there. Now you can see all the stars even during the day. And the moon is still not visible. If I get rid of the landscape, oh, there's the moon. Okay, so the moon is definitely not up at noon. So we come over here and we click this and say, no, moon is not up. And then you're going to go through in 6-day increments, taking the date field, and going ahead 6 days. And that's, you just find the day number, the day count is 4. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 310. I'm not going to keep filling this in. That's up for you, but you can see the moon is still down below the surface. But I'm going to just click forward into the future a little further for you to see that you can get to where the moon is up. See, there it is. And there's the sun too. So the sun and the moon are up during the day. That's basically what we're talking about. That would be a yes. Okay. All right. So you should be able to go through and answer the rest of the questions here. Question 3 is about that. And then we move on to question 5, the length of cycle of the lunar phases. So we're just going to try to see when the first full moon is on a particular date, and then go forward in time until we get to the second full moon following that first one. And we're going to figure out, well, how many days is that? Okay, that's fine. The first date, what do you know? It's 3/9/2020. Let's go. We know how to do this. There it is, 3/9/2020 at noon. And we want to go find the first full moon I think it gave me a little different instruction here. No, it wanted me, oh, it is 3.9, yay. Now it says the phase value should be 100%, and it's hard to read here. So let's get rid of the landscape and the atmosphere for this stuff, okay? And it's so much easier to read the data table for the moon. If this ever goes away and the moon's not here, you can type in moon in the search again and get this data. So let's take a look right here. Phase is 100%. That means the moon's full. I'm gonna use my mouse wheel on my mouse. That's where it is. I'm gonna use the wheel to show you it's a full moon. All the light is on this side of the moon. Okay. So this is the date of the first full moon for our story. So we'd come over here and we would type in 0309 220. Whoops, 2020. And we go to the second one and wait, come back over here, and we have to go forward in time. I pull up the date field again, and I'm going to go forward until I see this number up here, the phase number, go to 100 again. So here we go, slowly clicking up in days, and then less slowly because it's taking a while, as you can see. And the moon is moving where it is at noon each of these days. And 10%, now it's getting bigger again, 50, 92, 100. Okay, if I had overshot it like that, just go back. Okay, just go back a day. So what do we got? It's full again on 4/7. So we put that in here. 04/07/2020. And then the time interval in days. And remember, you can't just say it's 30 days or it's 28 because it's whatever. You have to actually count the individual days. Remember that March has 31 days, okay? So it would be, that means there would be 30, would have been 21. It'll be 22 days of March plus 7 days of April will be 29. So the answer is 29 days is the interval between these two. Now, it does tell you up here, then go to 1 year prior. So for this box, you're going to go to 03/09/2019. Now, let's do that. Let's just go see it. I want to see it. So what did I say? 2019, 03, 09. Right? Let's look at what the phase of the moon is. The moon's gone. We'll ask for the moon again. There it is. So it says the phase is only 9%. So you have to go forward in time, forward in days, until you get to the first full moon following this date. So you just do this. And sometimes you got to go slow for it to catch up. See, it's up to 55%. 66, 76, 85, 93, 98, and 100. So there you go. So the full moon isn't until 3/20. So that's the date you'll put in here, right? Whoops. Yeah, I did go to 2019, so I almost wasn't sure. 3/20. And then you'll kind of go through all the same exercises you did for the first one, now for a year before. Then it asks you to do 1 year after. So you'll come down here and do it for 03/09/2021 and do the same thing. Okay. All right. One more. Let's move on. You'll have other questions regarding that. And that is let's see. Are lunar phases related to the angle between the sun and moon in the sky? Tricky question. And it's trickier in this lab than it used to be. The old version of Stellarium would actually show you the angle between any body and the sun. This one doesn't do that, so we have to do it on our own. So we are going to go and figure out what the phases are and the angles between the sun and the moon at a number of dates. Let's see. It's the same. It's the same 10. And I already did the first one for you. This table doesn't fit well in this quiz. I wonder if it fits if I make this wider. I just want to see. It does. Okay, so it only is hard to read right now because I'm trying to make room for two windows. I could have done something else tricky. Hold on, let me try this. Oh, yeah. Well, that's better. It's better. It's not great, but it's better. I'll move this back over. Oh, it doesn't care. It actually shortened it up. All right, never mind. This is annoying. Oh, come on now. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Sorry for the delay. Let's go. Now, here's the other thing I need. Oh, now it's not showing me. Do I have to move that like that? Oh, it moves the whole thing. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Here's the other thing. This does not tell us the phases of the moon. You know, you've heard of them. New moon, first quarter, full, all that stuff. This doesn't tell us those particular phases. It only provides us with the percentages. So I have this handy table. Whatever phase percentage is shown over here, like it says 100%, you can come over here and say 96. Oh, that's the moon is full when it's 100%. So you're going to use this table to figure out what the phases are based on the actual percentage you get on the particular date in the table. So we're going to walk through it real quick. Okay, so what you're going to do is go to a date and find the moon's phase percentage on that date. So on 3/9, it says 3/9/2020. We already know, right? We know it's 100% because we did it before. And so it's full, the moon's, and then we have to do some more stuff. You'd find that 100 over here. You come look it up and say full. Fine, put full in here. The next thing is, while the moon is being displayed like this, you have to look at the right ascension and declination values. But we actually only care about the right ascension, the RA. Here it is, right here. RA/dec, 11 hours, 51 minutes. And I only want you to care about the hour value, which is 11. So you will come over here and put 11 right there. I already did. I put 11 for you. That's the moon's position as it seems to go around the Earth. It isn't really, but that's what it looks like to us. It's at the 11th hour of right ascension, okay? It's kind of like longitude in latitude, longitude coordinates on the Earth. Now, what about the sun? So now, without moving your date, right, you need to go up here, and I'm going to fix this just a sec. I got to fix this. 9, and we're going to go up 1. There we go. This is the date I really want. So when you're on this same date, you're going to change the search box to say sun. And you just hit sun. There it is, can't miss it. And when you come over here, you can read the RA and dec value for the sun. I just want the hours, and that's 23. And that's what I put over here is 23. And what's the difference when you subtract one from the other? That's the right ascension difference. Now okay. So once you've done the RA value, you want to record it in this column, and then we're going to determine the actual angle. Because as it says here, a lot of blah, blah, but it's true. It takes 24 hours for something to move all the way around the Earth in right ascension. It doesn't take 24 hours on the clock, but 24 hours of right ascension occur in the 360 degrees. So we divide the 360 degrees by 24 and you get, ta-da, 15 degrees. So every hour is worth 15 degrees, and that's how we get the angle difference, okay? So let's try it with 12. If you have 12 times 15, so 10 times 50 is 150. What's it going to be? 170? Is that right? Does that seem right to you? Maybe it's 180. Oh, it's 180. So you can't see it here. I got to scroll it over right now. But see, there's the answer you put there, 180 degrees. It's this 12 times 15 degrees equals 180 degrees. Then you know the rest. You need to go through and do the same exact exercise for the remaining dates. And then you're going to answer questions about them down below. A little tricky, but you'll get the idea. The rest of it you can figure out on your own. So I hope this was helpful, walking through how to do the actual data collection from Stellarium. And if you have questions, send me an inbox message, send me an email. Whatever you need, get in touch with me and I'll be happy to help. All right, take care.